I've gotten lots of questions about how I use my planner on a day-to-day basis, what planner or planners I actually use, and how it helps me to stay organized and focused. So in this video, I'm going to show you how my planner helps me to manage and keep my home. Let's get it started. This video is brought to you by Apron Diva. Pretty and practical, we believe that an apron can be a homemaker's best accessory. Visit us at www.aprondiva.com. Hello, it's Denise, and in today's video I'm going to show you my planner routine for the month. So this is just how I have been using my planner to manage my home for the month of January. And one of my important tools, of course, is my cell phone, a pen, and then my daily planner, and of course another daily planner that I use. And I will start with this one. It's the Inkwell Press 2022. And the reason why I start with this one is because I've been using the Inkwell Press for about 5 years, and I'm trying out the She's in Her Apron planner, but I didn't want to get away from some of the things that I love about the Inkwell Press. And one of those things is this mission board. I like starting off my month with thinking about what is it that I need to do for the month. So my January focus, always at the top, is health, and that's to continue my yoga. And I wanted to do the new 30 days of yoga program with Adrian. My home physical therapy, because I've been working on my knee and my neck. And then I wanted to really drill down on meal planning. So for for health, I've got yoga, home physical therapy, and meal planning. And I'm going to explore more healthy options. As for home, I want to continue to declutter and clean. So Swedish death cleaning is going to be a priority, and purging. I also want to make sure that I get in some me time so that I have some time to relax. And some of the things that I want to do is to get a mani, a pedi, and do some home facials. And I bought a home facial device last year and never took it out of the box. So this year I'm going to do that. I also want to spend some time having lunch with friends, just to be a little bit more social. Now, big thing for me for the month of January is it's a no spend month. And then that means no spending unless it's perishable, produce, or something in particular that I already know I want to try to get, which is new bedding, because they have the white sales in January. For Dreaming Big, I want to hit 50,000 subscribers with my YouTube channel by the end of January. And then for my business, Apron Diva, I want to work on getting in some new products, new customers, and then focusing on a really tight budget for the 2022 year. And then of course family, which includes my marriage and other family members. And on the facing page, we actually write out the plan, and I really want to stay on top of my health. I want to stay on top of the home physical therapy because I don't want to lose the ground I've made. I also want to engage in the new 30 days of yoga with Adrian and really focus on self-care. Sometimes I get so busy with other things and other people that I let myself come in last. So I really want to focus on caring for self, and then drilling down on meal planning. And then of course it's January pantry challenge, so I'll be doing an inventory of my pantry, my fridge, my freezer, and that kind of thing. If you're interested in looking at the meal planning bundle that I use to do that with, to inventory my freezer, my fridge, my pantry, and my extended pantry, I'll put a link in the comment section below so that you can check that out. And then for financial, I'm reminding myself it's a no spend January, and then here are the 3 things that I can spend on, which includes produce and perich, fresh things that you need to have in the fridge, the new bedding, and then I'm also allowing us to eat out twice during the month. We don't have to, but it's an option. And then for family, I've got a 2-week visit plan to help a family member. And while I'm there, I'll be cooking, cleaning, and then also caring for that individual. So I'm going to really need to focus on meal prep and planning, not only here, but once I get there. And then for YouTube, I want to continue with my weekly upload and then my weekly show. And then for Apron Diva, order for spring and summer. So I want to order in my new spring and summer line, get those images photographed, get them up, start my holiday promotions, and yada, yada, yada. And then my focus over here is just, again, what I've identified on this page in my little hexagons. But I've drilled out the most important thing, which is really going to be, when push comes to shove, it's going to be family. The cooking, cleaning, and caring for the family member that I'm going to help. So I want to help the family reduce stress and also be of service. So that's my focus with this planner for the month. And if you're interested in taking a look at the Inkwell Press, I'll put a link in my Amazon store. And this month I am using on a day-to-day basis my She's in Her Apron planner from Kimmy at She's in Her Apron. And for the January overall calendar, I used my cell phone to write in the things that I was going to be doing. And so you can see here where I've written things in each day that I needed to be concerned about. I had some packages that I needed to return, various appointments that I had for the month, and so I wrote those in here on the month. And then at the top, I put in my word for the year, which is strategic. So I want to be strategic in my life with YouTube and with Apron Diva. And so this is a reminder of that. And then I flip over to the actual places where I've written in my plans for the month. Now, Fly Lady Cat, her word for the year is bliss, and she wants all of us to focus on having a blissful year. So when we look at her daily Patreon, she's given us a few tasks, and one of the things we were to consider, what problems do we have and what are the solutions for those that might interfere with our bliss. And then over on this side, I've written down some of the things that I am grateful for. And then when I look at her Patreon each morning, we are reminded to revisit this area. And then here's where I've actually done my planning. So you can see that I have a routine that I follow. And the first thing I'm going to do is just put in the little boxes and indicate my focus for the week. So Monday, weekly home blessing, free day Tuesday, plan day Wednesday, errand day Thursday, card and purse day on Friday, family day Saturday, and renew your spirit or church on Sunday. That goes in usually first. And then I will get my phone out and I will write in whatever appointments I have for the week and any particular things that I need to do. So on this day, I needed to make a run to the post office, and then I had a sister that I was going to be taking to the doctor. On this day, I had a physical therapy appointment and then some library returns that I needed to do. Wednesday is plan day, which I always clean my fridge to prepare it for groceries that I bring in on Thursday. Thursday, I always have a hair appointment. I make notes early during the day to get ready for my show at 7:45. And then on Friday, car and purse day. And again, physical therapy. I might have had coffee, laundry, and then writing a script for something that I was working on for the next day. And so over here you can see on Saturday, family day. So I started my no spin on January 1st. And then I wanted to make bread with my granddaughter, but she wasn't able to connect with me, so I made bread on my own. And then also it was New Year's Day, so we were going to have a New Year's Day dinner with my cousin. Sunday is Renew Your Spirit, and then I made some muffins for me and the hubby. I was going to work on video editing. I had a live stream. I was going to do it 2 o'clock and then work on a planner video. And then down here, I write in the habits that I want to make sure that I'm tracking every day. Now, you can see I marked them in on some days. Most days, I get these things done. I don't always get them marked off, but I get them accomplished more often than not. You can see over here what zone I was working on, and then the particular task that I was going to do in those zones. And then my focus for this particular week was house reset and getting the house back on track after the Christmas and New Year holiday. Over here, I'll just kind of do a brain dump and just write down the things that I need to get done this particular week. And then sometimes I mark them off and sometimes I don't. All these things got done, but none of them were checked off this particular day. But I put a big no spend January there, and then my meal planning is over here. And then I flip the page, and then you can see what I did for this week. Once again, I continue the same trend, the same routine across the top. Weekly home blessing, free, plan, errand, card, purse, family, and spirit. And you'll see that on each day. And that just helps me to create a certain pattern, a routine for my week. So on this day, I deployed a video, I had a journal interview with the newspaper, and oh, that was so much fun. I'll put a link to that article that was in the paper so that you can check that out in case you're interested. Another post office run, VRA show, just different things that I have going on here. Tony's tips, Fly Lady Cat, 4:30 live stream, just whatever. I had things, I just wrote those things in to help keep myself on track. I continue to write in my daily habits that I want to track, and I pretty much write in the same things each day and the same things each week, and I try to mark them off as I go. One of the habits that I started writing in was the Patreon every day with Fly Lady Cat. Sometimes I would get up and get moving, and I wouldn't get that checked out until later, and it was really best to watch that Patreon video first thing in the morning and then get my day started. So I started putting that on here as first thing and then mark things off as I go. The zone that I'm working on this week is the kitchen. Here are the 4 tasks that I want to work on. And my focus for the week is living the system, not just talking the talk, but actually living the Fly Lady system, and then the annual meeting for Apron Diva. And over here is my brain dump. So prep for my show, get the grocery list done, review some edits with my editor, send some email, check out the white sale, and then work on the junk drawer in the kitchen. And then reminding myself it's a no spend January, and we had pizza for dinner on a Friday evening, so rather on a Saturday. So here's where we ordered in pizza, and then our meal plan for the week. And again, more of the same. Lunchtime with Fiona. I had a 6 o'clock evening meeting with the history committee for the sorority, and then pack for the trip that I was going to take on Wednesday. And so again, just writing those things out. Marking off my habits as I went, focus for the week. And these particular tasks here were not going to be at my home. They were going to be at the house that I was going to visit. So I marked some things down that I knew I would like to do for them. And then other things that I needed to focus on, being strategic regarding prepping for the trip. And then I wanted to leave the house in order because I did not want to come back after a 2.5 week absence to a dirty house. And then here were the things that I did the rest of the week. And again, my brain dump, what you see, was just a little bit longer. Continued working on my no spend week. And then the menu plan for the week there with the family. Flip the page and it's more of the same, but it's just different things or similar things on the same day. But as you can see, it's a very, very routine week. And then here's the last week of January, which includes today. Well, today is the 30th, so it's not actually the last week, but again, you can see here the things that I have done for the week. Now, on this particular week, even though I wrote in the weekly home blessing on Monday, we didn't actually do the weekly home blessing on Monday. So the things we would typically do on Monday, we swapped out to Wednesday and Thursday. And one of the things that I did do while I was there is my daily swish and swipe. I didn't always write it in, but she had so many bathrooms, and I didn't get them all done each day, but I did get to them. And of course, I still have my show to do, and inner circle training that I needed to do. Just the usual stuff that I typically do. I wrote those in. I did what I could. Those things that I couldn't do, I just left off. We got home Friday afternoon, and it was so good to be home. It was just nice being in our own space. And I got home, unpacked, and then we just crashed. On Saturday, I planned to start the laundry, but I didn't. I thought, skip the laundry. I'll start the laundry on Monday, as I normally do. We did need to go to the post office to pick up our mail. And then Fridays, I usually like to work on my business analytics and YouTube analytics, so I did that on Saturday. And just relaxed and vegged, watching silly stuff on Netflix and YouTube. And then today is Sunday, which is Renew Your Spirit. So we're continuing to relax today, and I'm going to spend some time with my planner, getting it ready for next week, as well as creating this video to show you what I've done for the week. And since it is still January and I'm working on a no spin, I'll be making roast chicken for dinner. So I better get that out of the freezer and put it in the sink so it can be thawing out. And as I said in my video, the Homemakers journal, where I reflected on homemaking, I talked about roast chicken on Sunday, meatloaf on Monday, tacos on Tuesday, and then chicken and dumplings on Wednesday. And that's probably what it'll be like for next week, because we're having roast chicken today. Other things on my to-do list was to prep for the show, and I had to reschedule Dana. She had something to come up that she absolutely could not miss, and so we rescheduled her for February 17th. But then I had to regroup and plan something different for the show for that night. Worked on some freezer foods to leave for the family. Also worked on doing a little bit of listening to the book The Joy of Less, and I've got that on my Kindle. I'll put that in my description box in case you want to check that out too. But it's about how you can get used to having fewer things, less things in your home. And then I need to work on paying Chris, and then some digital declutter, which I did not get to. I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of email that I need to declutter. So I'll work on some of that later on today. And I did get the book ordered that I needed to order. And so this is the end of January for the most part. Here I wrote a few notes about what I was planning for January and how I wanted things to go. Later today, I'll put in a note about the reflection of how the month actually went. And then we scoot over here to February, and I've already started writing things in for the month. I've got the list of people who are going to be on my show for the month of February. Friday is National Wear Red Day, where we celebrate women's heart health. And I'm continuing to be strategic in most areas of my life. And for February, I'm going to be focusing on my Amazon store. So you'll hear more about that. I'll get to all these other pages sometime during the month. But one of the things I know I want to do for February is to explore the whole food plant-based diet. So I'm going to start making some notes here in regards to that. I had Tammy and Tom Kramer on my show a couple of weeks ago, and they're both vegans, but more than that, they utilize a whole food plant-based diet. And I just learned so much from listening to them. I thought I'm going to explore that option. And then I will get things started for February. We'll just get things written in as usual. And I've long gotten over the boxes not being absolutely square. I used to get out a ruler to make them absolutely square. Now I could care less. Friday is car and purse, family, spirit. Already started putting in little notes about things that I wanted to do for the month. Weekly home blessing, free day, plan day, and errand day. One of the first things I know I'm going to want to do on this errand day is get my hair done. Oh my goodness. I have not had my hair done. Haven't had my hair done since I left to go on my trip. So I'm looking forward to getting my hair done. And then we'll see what I've got going on for. So at 11 o'clock, I've got my sister at the doctor. Tuesday at, wow, he's got an early appointment. My husband at the eye doctor. And then at 9 o'clock, my friend Khadija is having an herbal tea masterclass, and we hope to be home for that. Oh wait, oh it's PM. So it's 9 p.m. So that should work out. Herbal tea masterclass at 9 o'clock that night. On Wednesday at 10:30, I have to meet Mel at Angel's restaurant. I also need to clean the fridge because I do that on Wednesday. At 1:30, I have an annual business meeting with Max. And then Thursday for the show, I have Becky from Acre Homestead at 9 a.m. There's a COVID vaccine clinic, which I will work. Part of my community activities. And then Friday is National Wear Red Day. And I usually will have a big dinner because I'm a heart disease survivor, and so I call that my celebration of life. But because of COVID and all of that, I haven't done that for the last 2 years. So we'll see what I can do this year. I'm going to see if I can convince my husband if we can do something to celebrate that day. And then I'll start putting in my habits. So I'm putting in the Patreon right here at the top because I want to make sure I check Fly Lady Cat's Patreon every morning. Home PT and yoga. And then of course my morning clutter stop. And what the morning clutter stop is when I take a walk through the house and check to see any areas that typically end up with clutter. Flat surfaces, that kind of thing. And just take them where they belong. Get them out of there so that I don't have clutter. Then I've got my after dinner routine. I did not get my self-care routine completed like I should have while I was away. But as I told myself not to do with the self-care, I was so tired sometimes by the end of the evening that I would just fall into bed and did not do my self-care routine as I should have. So I'm really going to focus on self-care this week. So that's why we're here for focus is paper decluttering and then self-care. And other things that I need to do include paper clutter video. So I've got to work on the script. And my paper decluttering video will drop on Monday, February 7th. So I'm going to work on the script on Tuesday. And then on Friday, shoot the video. So that I can edit on Saturday for deployment on Monday. And this is week 1, so I'm focusing on zone 1, which is the entryway and dining room. So I'm going to need to sweep the porch. There's lots of like dead leaves and things like that, and there's snow salt crystals and different places like that. But just little things like that that I need to do out on the porch. But other than that, I'm not going to be out there. And you guys should see what I can see outside my window. I just love sitting here and watching the birds out there. Now, as far as what we're having for dinner this week, well, Monday we're going to do meatloaf. Tuesday we're going to do some kind of taco theme. Wednesday I'll probably do chicken and dumplings. Thursday, not sure. I'm going to explore some kind of plant-based option. Friday, we like to get something out. We like to do, I don't know, so Friday we'll, oh, Friday is Go Red Friday. We'll have a special dinner. Not sure what that'll be yet. And then Saturday will be some kind of leftover or chili. One of the two. And Sunday, I think I'll do apple chops on Sunday and do some kind of plant-based side dish. We gotta transition slowly. Okay, so now I have this little note that I had written in here for things that I needed to do. I also have to remember that on Tuesday is Tony's Tips. That's usually at 1:30, and I'm going to put that over here because I want to make sure that I do that every week. Even if I can't do it when it goes live, I can always catch it on the replay. I'm also recommitting to VRA, and so I need to at least do a module or, you know, a couple segments. Doesn't matter how many, I just need to do at least one. And I need to continue to read Joy of Less. I need to do one of my Instagram modules. I'm trying to learn Instagram, and it's so hard. And then I also need to work on a 15-minute task. And a laundry lab. I've had a couple questions, so I need to pull some of those out. Product review. I found a couple products I think you guys might be interested in, so I need to talk about those. So there's that. So those are the things that I've got on the list right now that I want to make sure I'm checking out. For more homemaking and homekeeping inspiration, click here. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying you are not done yet. Click on the link in the comment section below and check out another of my homemaking stories, and I will see you next time.